This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to high school baseball right here on Hometown 24. Jim McCauley, David Adams, and all the Hometown crew with you. Tonight, we come to you from Letcher County Central High School, as it will be Knott County and Letcher in a big district regional matchup. And Jim, perfect weather, hardly any wind, and overcast. And the only thing we can look out for, a few drops, maybe to cool everybody off.
Yeah, it's a perfect evening for baseball. Overcast, so the sun's not an issue early. Zero wind, and we've had such a windy spring. I'm sure the outfielders are very happy to see that flag laying limp out there at center field.
Absolutely. Both teams have warmed up. We're waiting to get going here at Letcher County Central when these two match up. You know, when they shouldn't or get that base hit, usually it's a very close baseball game.
You know, David, it's always a playoff atmosphere when these two teams get together, and you know, more than likely this. Yep, they played over at Knott just last week, and you know, Letcher Central played really good ball, but Knott did as well, and it went down to the wire, and Letcher came out with the win over there.
Yeah, absolutely. I was fortunate to see that game in seventh inning before it was decided. So and the Cougars got three. That's how it ended up. Manus Blair is not with us tonight. He is off. He's got a new. That family, the Blair family, only new grandchild, and I'm sure Manus is tickled over that. That's a nuddin he gets to spoil, Jim McCauley.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, every time that phone dings, he'll be smiling like a possum in a berry patch.
He's got another boss.
Yes, he does.
Yep.
Yes, he does. You know, we've talked about a little bit about last week's game. And incredible pitching performance by Andrew Little over there.
Oh, yeah, did a great job.
7 innings, 69 pitches, and that's almost unheard of. You know, he was really on. But tonight we've got a great pitching matchup between young Michael Parks, who has pitched really well this year in 9 games, boasting a 1.02 ERA. And then looks like the no stranger to the high school baseball in the 14th region.
Yeah, Quentin has a lot of strength.
Yes,
Jim, power as well. Hunter Napier started out pitching in that game. Had a little bit of rocky on the first inning. Pitched all the way to the 7th. And he was relieved there because of his pitch count and did a good job after that.
Yeah, after the first inning, he settled down because his velocity was great. He was just missing a little bit early with the strike zone.
Now, Quentin Williams had a good ball game over there. He had a couple big hits, and one of them was a dandy.
Yeah.
Hit the gap and really decided the game.
Yeah, scored 2 runs and put him in a, you know, just kind of got everything going for them. Good game tonight.
Yeah. All lined up for you this evening. Patriots, and I hope you enjoy that one with us as we bring it to you. Jim, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll do the lineups as we have our give them the quick ground rules, and we're about ready to get started. So when we come back, well, Pittsburgh.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed of our families, homes, and businesses. Money and paying bills has never been easier. Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Great. Who live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband. Live rich lives in smart rural communities. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
For over 25 years, we fought for the country to take that fight to some of the biggest insurance carriers. You deserve. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle collision, come on right now. The attorney you see that first day will be the same attorney you see from the beginning of your case to the end. That's our promise to you at Bates.
Need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind. There's some to offer.
Welcome back. That time of the game where we'll look at
The Knott County Central Patriots. Leading off is the speedster playing second base. Hall batting in the 3-hole. Pitching tonight, number 9, Michael Parks. And cleanup playing left field, Jaden Ambergy, number 14. And 13. Catching, Chase Hendrickson, number 20. Cornett wearing number 3. And at first base, Cole Watts wearing 20. And in Carson C., I'm sorry. And for your Cougars, leading off, catching, Dawson Kinser, number 9. On the mound, Quentin Williams. At shortstop, Andrew Little, number 6. Batting at cleanup, first base, Clay Hall. At third base, freshman wearing number 28, Jaden Wright. Center field, Keaton Maggard, number 23. At the DH, Kobe Johnson, number 46. Kobe Watts, number 11, will be playing second base. Kanan Harrell in left, number 4. And Dylan Eldridge, number 21, in right field.
All right, that's our batting order lineup. So when we come back, we'll have baseball ready to start right here on Hometown 24.
My name is Emily. I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. .edu.
Come right. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action. Watch the state's most
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community. Online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Welcome back to Cougar Field right here at Letcher County Central High School as we're just about getting ready to get underway. And, Jim, it's a perfect evening for baseball. No sun in the eyes in the outfield on the pop-ups as of right now. And perfect weather day if the rain is still.
No, I'm excited because you're getting to watch one of the top players in the region on the mound in Quentin Williams, and I've not had a chance to watch TV a couple of times. And the battery of Williams and Kinser is one of the top batteries, not only in the 14th, but in all the mountains.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Jim, just thinking about it, tournament. We're right here at it, so you want team going and you want to get everybody healthy, get them doing their game, you know.
Well, and, you know, you talk about the pitching of Williams, the battery of Williams and Kinser, but, you know, Knott County, a very potent offensive team. As a team, they're hitting over 313. Mason Ambergy, so quick, lead off. 19 of 18 on stolen bases this year, and hitting a very nice 397, which is just, he fits the bill as the perfect leadoff hitter. Early and often, David.
Yeah, he's been to, like you mentioned, he has had a great year this year. You know,
he's a strong kid.
Yeah.
You know, football player, just a good all-around athlete.
Just ready to go here at Letcher County Central High School. High school baseball.
We got Brian Napier calling behind the plate tonight.
We do.
Veteran 14th region official.
Yeah.
Mike Gay.
Looks like our first pitch is underway, Jim, and it's a good fastball down the pipe.
First pitch, getting ahead of the batter, just because he's got a really good changeup, good curveball.
Right.
You know, he can
back in the batter's box, just about as far as he can go in the corner.
It's a little outside by Williams. Looked like he was trying to throw a little slider right there and kind of broke off the plate. Both these teams have, and they are second to none.
Oh, absolutely. We've got some good baseball facilities in their region now. Wolf County.
Yeah,
you know, facilities are getting, even the football facility. Yeah.
So on a 2-1 count,
seems like Quentin's pitching him a little out when he does pitch.
high fastball, and that'll be a first.
With it too, and one down here in the top of the first at Letcher County Central.
And that's going to bring up Braden Hall. Looks like a little change up with the foul ball. Brings
These two teams could very easily will come to play the County Central High School.
Yep. Williams delivers again. That one brings the count to 1-1.
And it's just like it's fat, you can't tell what's coming at you.
Here's the delivery, and it's a fastball inside.
I bet our buddy Bumper Adams, and also always good to have him, and Bumper down on Route 7.
Business meeting in Mississippi, but he is tuning in.
Oh, yeah, he'll be watching it.
That's a curve.
Hit the outside corner as it come back around, so Patriots still looking for a base.
grandson on the mound tonight.
Uh-oh.
And I'm sure that he is really smiling.
He's. I'll tell you what. With a bologna sandwich so thick you can't, put two hands around it, Jim McCauley.
Yeah, Michael ball extremely well this year with a 550 average. Going to be 2-0. Now he's going to have to go right at him.
Using all the plate rights so far, Jim.
Yeah.
Must have been low, but it was right over. It was a nice looking pitch, but tailed low.
So that's 3-0.
And again, because it.
No, it was base on balls.
Yeah.
And that'll bring up Jaden Ambergy, another left-hander. 2 outs, runner on first.
Got a lead over there, about 3 steps. That one hit the corner.
Yeah, nice breaking ball away. There it goes. That's his, that's what we call a dummy move. He doesn't give him his best move. Oh, and 1 to count.
Upstairs.
Little up. 1-1.
Out.
Brings the pitch home. Nice curveball. Fouled off by Amber.
Right here, you might see something a little high or out of the way.
Outs and 2 strikes. He's probably going to get a curveball in the dirt and give him something to run with. Foul ball. David Deek moved to first, and the runner took a step back on the pitch.
Right.
Still count 1-2. Ambergy battling at the plate. Decent lead over there. Fastball up. That's going to make it 2-2. Now, deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
No. Played a little bit, Jim McCauley.
Yeah. Two strikeouts and a ground out 1-3 to end the top of the first.
Yep. Bottom of the first coming up when we come back.
Words.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry. Paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like.
Then sign up for TVA with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save?
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Bottom of the first coming up as the Cougars. Williams and Little.
Yeah, Dawson Kentzer leading off here. He's out.
Yeah, I got to see these two teams play, and I won't tell you, there wasn't much flaw in their game, and both of them, like I said, Jim, it was 7th inning, and he got the double, and that was pretty much
got the ball rolling right there.
Yeah. And teams, I look in the region, and they could get somebody. No.
Yeah, and both teams played out of region last night.
Prestonsburg.
Yeah, and
Knott
Knott Allen, who is one of the top pitchers in all of the mountains. I think last year he threw 3 no-hitters as a. I had a couple of chances to win, and then also Letcher Central lost to Harlan here. They played 2. And they defeated Jenkins.
Harlan's got some strength on their team this year.
But they're starting to turn the corner.
Yeah.
So we'll get started here in the bottom of this
Good
first.
fundamental team.
Over there, and leading off here, we got Dawson Kinser, the senior catcher, hitting .327 on the. Looks like it's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Parks brings ball. He'll be using that as well, so he got to pitch a little.
Yeah, hits. Yeah, Parks got good gas, young kid. We watched him play, kind of grow up as a freshman last year, and become an integral part of this Knott County team this year. And he delivers with a curve ball that's a little bit up and in, and that's going to bring the count to 2-1. Buddy on, comes up. It's going to be a fastball.
Not really deep, Jim. Really, the field is dry. We looked at it when we come up, so you can come in some. If you got speed out there, you can always bounce back on the hit.
That's going to bring the count to full with the fastball on the outside corner. Than most teams, and that's Coach Dameron's philosophy of, there's going to be more hit in front. The first man on. Offensive categories for the Cougars this year. Look for Kinser to run early here.
Quentin has enough power to fence.
Yeah, he's put a few over.
If the pitch is right.
Runner back home. Move. Nice throw from the catcher, but he is going to make it to second base. And Coach Rigsby, his philosophy, he loves to run. He loves to be aggressive on the base pass. Pitch and able to take second base with some ease.
Yeah, you're in scoring position with a gapper here.
Yep, 1-0 the count. Parks looks at the second base and back to the mound. Williams fouled it straight back.
Just a little touch under it, Jim.
Really close to a balk on the move on second base.
The inside.
Yeah, look for the curve in on the hands right here from Parks to Williams.
Bottom of the first.
And good time to try to get him to chase. He threw the changeup, and it was outside. That's going to even it up, 2-2. Park settling down, eyeing the catcher. Looks over at second base. Holding him on right now. Curve ball gets away from him, and it's going to make the count 4 right here.
You don't want to,
Well, you can't, at this point of the game early on.
You need to let your defense here maybe see if they can make the play.
And he's going to walk the second one. And went to the road.
No, it does not.
So that's going to bring up Andrew Little. But, Little's hit the ball well this year. Got a little bit of power. Go foul.
Playing a little small ball.
Yeah. Now, you know, they take the force off and move around.
Runner at first and second for the Cougars.
I'd almost be surprised if he does. Parks is looking at the runner. The need for a bunt here. So Williams, I mean, Little got a chance to put the Cougars on the board right here with runners on second and third.
1-1's the count, no outs.
Outside.
Just missed a couple inches out.
So now the pressure is really going to start to mount on Parks to
Yes,
throw
it
the
is.
fastball and give a pitch that Little can hit. You know, Little got to look the ball. You know, he hits the ball well to right field. And there was the pitch. And that is 2-2.
Good speed there from Parks.
And he knew he had to throw a strike. And he threw that one right down the middle, but he had a little giddy up on it and blew it by Little. Little steps out of the plate, back in. Outs, runners on second and third. Pitch outside. That's going to make it full. That's the third consecutive full count that Parks has went to.
That'll get you in trouble if it goes the other way on you, especially, and it's went the other way so far, so that he needs a strike here.
That's a nice hit in the gap, and that's going to be down for 2.
Yes.
So Kinser comes in easily standing up. Williams is going to double.
Nice hit by Little. Pitch was coming, and he knew it was going to be a pretty decent pitch.
Yeah, and he threw it on the inner third fastball. He knew he didn't want to walk the runner, and Little teed off and hit one to the gap. And nice play. Hall, first baseman, highest average on the team, hitting .438 right here.
Good strength, and does a nice job really teeing off on
Parks
those fastballs.
Comes out, and he's got a little fastball. And hope he called it a ball. It's
Too high.
A little up.
It sailed on him. 438 hitting on this guy.
Yeah, Clay's a great contact hitter. He doesn't hit for a great deal of power, but he's a really good base hitter.
Little with about 6 steps off a second.
That's going to be a strike on the corner. 1-1. Yeah, Parks really going to have to. Come in and make the play right there for the first out. So 1 out. That's going to bring up Jaden Wright. Jaden, the third baseman freshman for the Cougars. Now Jaden's hitting .241 on the year. Bit of breathing room now. 1 out. Studies the runner, throws a fastball, looks like it's a little in.
An air score, bottom of the first.
Parks looking down, throws a curveball, and it base running by Andrew Little.
Parker really Parks when he give those first 2 batters. You got to start the game by making these batters hit, trusting your defense, and making
David,
the pitch.
you alluded to that at the beginning of the game. You said between these 2 teams, it's things like, those walks, error here and there makes a difference.
They're going to make you pay,
Coach out talking to the pitcher, get him to move on. I don't know if there was a miss sign right there with the catcher on that high curve ball, but we're getting ready to go back to action. Jaden up to bat. 1 ball. For 2-0 on the count.
Cougars got a runner at.
See if Jaden has a green light here. And he does, and fouls it dead back.
We may have had a shot at that.
2-1 the count. Parks 2 good pitches in a row. Working. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice pitch down the middle, and he's going to set him down. Look at.
And Cougars,
Yeah,
2 runs in, runner at third, Jim.
Yep, brings up freshman Keaton Maggard, center fielder. 1-0. Runner, fastballs, fouled away, brings the count to 1-1. Yeah, you see the momentum. Parks seems to be working much quicker off the mound now.
Yeah.
Sticking primarily with fastballs. It's a fastball away.
Had their mound meeting, and
Yeah, just hey, go up there and throw strikes.
Yeah.
We don't ask you to be perfect, but make them earn it.
Right.
2-1. That's a base hit to a hit to the second baseman. He's going to make the 4-3 to end the inning, and that's going to leave it with 2 walks, a double.
Yep, Little gets the big hit, 2-0, top of the second, coming up when we come back.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice College Experience. The small class size and professor that is more than a place to learn. It is a place to grow, serve.
Two nothing our score as the Cougars get 2 in the bottom of the first, and Patriots will have an opportunity here again. And Jim, again the walk.
Yeah, that was the whole.
They had 2 walks, and Cougars just got 2 on the board.
Yeah, and that's the thing about getting ahead early in the count. Getting those strikes early. You got to go out there and let the defense play. Don't worry about trying to be perfect.
They've got to, they've got to do their job too. And if they can't do theirs, you don't need to be pitching.
No, 100%.
Yeah, they've got to do it. As Williams will get ready to work here in the top of the second inning.
Got Connor Napier up the plate as Williams deals with the first pitch, fouled away.
In the last game, and score was 2-2 in the top of the 7th for Quentin gets the big hit to get the.
Yeah, he feels like he should be graduated. He's played so much baseball here, but just an outstanding ball player. Williams deals, fastball on the outside, bring the count to 1-1.
Quentin Napier, he's bringing the heat twice on him.
Well, once again, that getting ahead in the count, first pitch strike, just changes everything. Here's the delivery, curveball, it's up.
A bad curveball, just a little high.
No. And you'll see the curveball get better as you get a little bit more fatigued in the game. Snap it off a little tighter. Fastball outside, that's going to be a fly ball. It looks like it's going to go foul. Yeah, it's foul. They lost it. Looked like a couple of the Cougars might have had a play on it, but lost the ball in the sun, or it dropped for a foul ball. Nothing hurt. Brings the count to 2-2. But, David, one of those things when you see a foul ball drop like that, a lot of times it'll come back to bite you.
Oh, absolutely.
You can, because now you've given Napier just an extra swing at the plate. 2-2, Williams delivers. It's going to be a curveball away. That's going to make it a full count.
And we're going to have a mound meeting.
Yeah, Rigsby coming out, and change right here, and I didn't think that Williams would go long today on the mound. They're going to save him, let them see him again in the district championship, but they're bringing Little, who pitched against the Patriots last time, in.
Yeah. And pitched a good ball game, may I add.
And it's such a difference because, you're going from seeing 83, 84 with Williams to, your 76, 75, 76 with Little.
Right.
But and Williams is he pitched an inning last night against Harlan, and we want to protect the time.
Right.
So the first batter still up, pitching change, and Andrew Little will come in. He's going to inherit a full count.
We're understanding we may be technical problems. We're working on those, trying to get them for you. If the channel's going in and out, we'll try to get that worked out, fixed for you as they're home move, getting it done. Little's pitch a little low. Look across plate, Jim. This may have been low as Napier will get a run down to first.
So now Little will have Hendrickson coming up to the plate with Napier on first. No outs.
Marty Mullins tuning. He's wanting to talk some sports with us. Try to get a hold of us. What's going on tonight?
Well, everybody wants to pick your brain, David Adams.
I don't know. There ain't much picking to do there. That was a good pitch right there at the corner, and
brings the count to.
Really works the corners.
Well, he doesn't have overpowering stuff, but he is a very crafty pitcher. Nice curveball lined into left field. That's going to put the runners on first and second with a good piece of hitting.
Yeah, that was
Hendrickson.
Hendrickson, a nice hit there. Good swing, and did a nice job putting it in the outfield.
In the second inning, the Patriots with no outs, and they are in business, David Adams.
Yeah, that's the thing about these teams. They battle. They'll battle 7 innings. They will keep playing, and that's a sign these kids have really been worked with, and the coaches are doing a good job with them.
Yeah, Aiden Cornish.
Aiden is the grandson of Harold Mullins.
They're going to bunt right here, and Little's going to take the play at first base. That advances runners to second and third. Nice bunt, second. Runners on second and third for the Patriots.
Harold would have been so proud of Mr. Aiden out there playing. Aiden doing a nice job for the Patriots.
And, that's a play, everybody says, he lays down a bunt. It's such an integral part of the game to be able to lay down that sacrifice bunt. So now Patriots with runners on second and third. And it's going to be a strike on the corner. The ball up and in, and like you'd said, he's got to work the corners down and away, in down to the third baseman. He is going to make the play at first for a 5-3, and it's going to score a run for the group.
Yep, Napier comes in. Here at Letcher County Central High School, hometown 24.
2 outs, runner on third. Cole, a freshman, hitting .214 on the year.
Nick on the shirt, and he'll go on down first. And
if you're going to get hit, that's the way you want it.
Oh yeah, you don't want it in the ribs, you know, or the head or anything like that. Yeah, but if it gets Jim.
The gap, it looks like that one's going to fall for a lot of.
As the guy will hold it third. Patriots.
Ambergy with the shot into the gap right there that scored a run.
Ambergy got a hold of that one, Jim.
Well, once again, you know, Little got the ball. A good hitter's going to take advantage of that. Runners on second and third for the Patriots. 2-2, 2 outs. It's going to bring up Braden Hall. With the curveball a little up, 1-0.
Runner at second and third, Jim.
Yep. Little wants to get in and out of this inning. The little nubber to second. Oh, and he beats it out. What wheels right there by Braden Hall as he comes hustling down the line.
Thought the second baseman may have came in on that.
Well, you know, that was a funky spin. That kind of between Hop, and that's going to put the Patriots ahead 3-2. And a good hustle down the line. And look for the runner to be going here on first.
Down,
and
good throw.
Nice play by Kinser. Caught stealing right there, and that'll end the bleeding. 3-2 Patriots.
Yep. Bottom of the second coming up. Stay with us. We've got some.
So how quickly can this progress? There's no definitive timeline. Everyone is different.
Bottom of the second, getting ready to get underway here at Letcher County Central High School, and we want to thank them, Jim, for letting us come up today and do this game and all the hospitality they show us, and we really appreciate them.
Oh, yeah, and it's just such an awesome place to watch a game. We're up here in the press box. Doesn't matter what the weather's like. You know, we're up here enjoying.
And a very nice press box it is, my friend. Absolutely. Bottom of the second as we get ready. And glad you're with us.
Oh, I got
as
it right
baseball
here,
and softball is.
Got DH, Kobe Johnson up to bat as he fakes first pitch is up.
When I see Kobe, I normally see him at middle linebacker, you know, outside linebacker, something like that.
That's a fact.
Upstairs. And usually he's giving somebody a rough time, Jim McCauley, too, when I see.
Yeah, he's a rough and tumble kid.
Oh, little fastball sails outside, and 3-0 as you got to find the plate. And that one will find it.
So 3-1 now. You look at Johnson have the green light. Johnson with a lot of power. Now, he's not been a great contact hitter this year, but when he hits the ball, that's going to be outside, and that'll give him base on balls. And I know that the coach did not want to see that. Leadoff hitter again on a walk.
No, you're right. As the infield third baseman will pull in.
That's going to bring up Kobe Watts.
And the outfield will come in a few steps as well as the bunt sign is given.
Nice bunt from Watts. He's going to try to, boy, he caught him out, but it was close right there. As the third baseman checked second, then at the last second made the throw to get Watts at first.
Made a great throw because I thought he, didn't have a shot really because that was some good speed going down the line.
That's going to bring up Kanan Harrell at the plate with the runner on second.
Nice
Harrell
picnic
hits a
there.
little bleeder over third base, a little CNI single, and that's going to get the single here. And Kobe almost picked it second.
He
right
did.
there.
That was a Napier with a pretty good throw there to be in the air.
Yep, that was.
Yeah.
And brings up leadoff hitter Dawson Kinser with runners on first and second. Dawson with a chance to get things moving here at the curveball inside, 1-0.
You were talking before the game, and, you know, I've noticed it too. The infield grass maybe just a touch higher than it normally is.
A foul ball away. Yeah,
Used
it's
to.
been so wet it's hard to cut the grass.
Yeah. Usually, you know, that ball will take off, but that grass will slow it down a little bit. And what a beautiful field we have here at Cougar Field.
Yeah, that's a good bunter's grass. Curveball. Kinser keeps his hands back and bleeds one through to shortstop, and that's going to load the bases with a nice little base hit by Dawson Kinser.
Yeah.
Off-speed pitch. He kept his hands back and then launched the ball through the 5.5 gap out into left field to load the bases.
Looks like Williams will come to the plate with the bases loaded, and he's one guy you do not want to see with the bases loaded. No outs. No, we do have one out.
One out on the sacrifice.
Because Cornett made the throw over to first. And
Williams with a healthy cut right there, fouls it away. Brings the count to 0-1. You know, one out. Pitch is a change up away. Evens the count 1-1. And this is one hitter you don't want to get behind in the count, David.
No, because you get behind and
nowhere to put him.
Yeah.
It's curveball away again. That's going to make it 2-1. Danger time for Mr. Parks on the mound right here.
3-2, Knott County leading. Cougars threatening here in the bottom of the second. Natton's upstairs, Jim.
3-1. Hitters count right here. Now Williams is going to do what I call zone hitting. He's going to look for the pitch in his zone. If it's not there, he's going to take it. There's the outside pitch, and he's going to walk a run in right here.
I tell you, the walks have hurt the Patriots. You know, the first inning they had 2 walks. Cougars get two runs, and here another walk.
And Andrew Little up the plate, doubled the first time up with 2 RBIs.
And so
looks like we're
going to have another mound meeting.
And this could be a pitcher's change right here. And I don't know who pitched last night for the Patriots against Pressburg.
I do not know either. And I think the coaching staff is going to make a change here.
Yeah. Parks is coming out.
3-3 or score, 1 out. Base is still loaded, and probably a good move to make a change right here if your man can hit the plate, because.
So Mason, and Mason no stranger to the mound. Mason's a really good pitcher.
Yeah.
And Mason on the year has pitched 39 innings with a 2.15 ERA, 33 strikeouts. 13 walks. So good strikeout to walk ratio, good speed.
Yeah, strong kid.
You know, he and Napier, I think you call them ace 1 and ace 2 because they both probably the 2 top pitchers for the Patriots. And, you know, so, you know, you can kind of turn a hand over between them.
Right. Napier, last time the Cougars and Patriots met, Napier, like I said, first inning, he had some 2 or 3 walks, but after that.
He pitched 5.5 joules after that.
Yeah, he did indeed. And, it was a good pitch game. Little was on. He was pitching his game.
So as we return to action here, Mason Amberg now on the mound for the Patriots. Andrew Little at the plate. Base is loaded.
Got you infield in as third.
Playing
first.
for the run at home. First pitch, fastball away, 1-0. Very good velocity by Amberg. He's bringing in there nice. But, you know, you want to get ahead early in the count.
Absolutely.
Fastball down the middle, skied on the infield fly. That should be an infield fly rule right there as the shortstop camps out under it. 2 outs. Brings up Clay Hall. Bases loaded.
Tell you what, Little got under it just a tad, Jim.
Yeah, he hit it a ton. It came down wet.
Yeah.
But now that brings up Clay Hall. First pitch, a fastball. Looked like, I don't know if he fouled it or not. But
I think he got some bat on it, Jim. Oh and 1, 3-3 or score. Bases loaded for the Cougars. Bottom of the second.
Pitch delivered by Parks. It's going to be outside. 1-1 to count. Looks like a fastball, and it's going to be fouled out towards the parking lot. Brings the count to 1-2. Cougars definitely would like to score a run right here. Had bases loaded.
Oh, absolutely. You get a gapper here,
one,
and you may get 2.
Yeah, got one, but, with this part of the lineup up, you'd like to get a little bit more. Count 2-2. Hall, a good contact hitter and really good at hitting the opposite field. So look for him to try with 2 strikes to hit the ball in right field somewhere. Pitch from Amberg. It's a fastball down the middle. It's going to be fouled away as Hall continues to battle at the plate.
Yeah, you don't want to go 3-2 on this.
Well, that puts the runners in motion. So, 2-2 across the board. As Amberg draws back, he throws a fastball down the middle. It's going to be nubbed to the second baseman, who makes a high snag, and that's going to end the inning. 1 run for the Cougars. It's all tied up, 3-3 at the top of the third, David.
We're ready to go with the top of the third when we come back.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Top of the third as the Patriots will come back up to the plate, Jim, as Cougars tied it up 3-3. And
I got Michael Parks coming up to the plate.
Nothing surprised me in this game.
Parks walked the last time up.
Yeah. Let's talk about some other teams while we got a chance here. Purry and Hazard, pretty good baseball teams, Jim.
Well, right now, the cream of the crop is Hazard, who they did lose to Floyd Central Monday night. But, they've the unblemished record in regional play this year. Made a nice run in the All-A. Coach Dean, no stranger to championship baseball in the 14th region.
Right.
I would think they're definitely the front runners, but after that, I think it's wide open.
Oh, you get in a tournament, and you one-game scenario.
Well, the thing is, too, everybody's got one good pitcher.
Yeah.
It's the team that's got 3. Regional format this year, they're going to play all their games on Memorial Day, starting at 10. Everybody will be on the same playing field with their pitcher.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Little on the mound, settles in from the windup. Parks at the plate, up tight on the box. Little delivers. He's going to throw a fastball, and he's right down the middle for strike 1.
It's important to get ahead on the count, and that's what you want if you're on the mound.
Nice little change up, strike 2.
And now you can really throw maybe a junk or
well, and this is where
two,
Andrew shines. Andrew's a veteran senior, and look for him to throw a curveball in the dirt right here or a fastball up. Nothing that you want to do in the fat part of the plate. There's a little curveball away.
Oh, my, that one.
Nice pitch.
Yeah. kind of sailed out, but the batter was committed and he had to go on with it.
Yeah, that was almost a slider right there. It really moved and ran away. A nice pitch by Little.
Absolutely.
Ambergy up to the plate. Ambergy grounded out to the pitcher last time. Fouled away again.
Good swing by Ambergy.
Yeah. Ambergy's got a real inside-out swing. You notice, he swings opposite field. You want to jam him inside if you're the pitcher. There's a nice curveball in, and he fouls it away to bring the count 0-2. And
Coach Dameron, after the game the other night, talked to him a little bit. He says they're continuing to work on some slow curveball, off-speed batting. He said they've struggled.
It is, and you see that a lot. That you get out on that front foot and you don't keep your hands back in the back of the zone. But one thing I'll say about Coach Dameron's teams is they always get better towards tournament time, and they don't quit.
Absolutely. That's one thing he wants to keep working with. He said he's okay with their fast pitch. They seem to read it pretty well and make good contact, but the off speed he's continuing to work with it.
Yeah, nice eye by Ambergy. Count goes to 1-2 as that ball's inside. Ambergy toes almost on the plate, really inside.
I noticed the first that bat was right there. He was crowding it, and
strike on the inside corner, but he fouled it off barely right there. But if Little can command the inside of the plate, really it's going to be hard for Ambergy to do much with the ball. There it is again. He ground ball up the middle. This is going to be trouble. Ambergy runs well, and he's going to beat that out for an infield hit.
Ambergy showing that speed going down the first.
Well, he reminds me a lot of his dad, Justin, with that speed down the line.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think the guy probably outrun Justin. The time he touched first, you would have seen Justin about halfway.
Okay, well.
He does. I don't know if Justin had that kind of speed because that young man motored down that first baseline.
Brings up Connor Napier on the plate. First pitch, foul ball. 0-1. So Little, first three batters, wasted no time getting ahead in the count. This is, Williams is a lefty, could hold the runners a little bit tighter than what Little can. Little throws the ball away outside, 1-1.
You let a pitch in the dirt here. Ambergy with speed could easily go to second because he's very quick.
Oh, he doesn't take much. There's a ball hit on the nose straight at center fielder Quentin Williams, who didn't move and makes the play. That's going to get 2 outs.
Quentin don't get excited, does he?
No, I don't know if he ever gets excited.
He just plays ball and enjoys it, and glad to get the opportunity, Jim.
Yeah, 2 outs
he
now.
He loves
on
sports.
First. That's going to bring up Hendrickson. Ball up and in. First batter this inning that Little didn't throw a first pitch strike to. Hendrickson with a nice hit last time up.
Hendricks doing a good job behind the mound for the Patriots. He's a
nice
good catcher.
Curveball, fouls it away. Yeah, he is a good catcher, David.
Yeah, he works extremely hard. I know his footwork, the way he handles his glove, and does a lot of good fundamentals.
1-1 right there from a great curveball by Andrew Little. Started it off in on the hands and broke it across the plate. Once again, and hits Hendrickson in the numbers.
Roberta Waddell Dewey, we're supposed to have that fixed. Hopefully, let us know again. They're working on that. Should have it fixed.
That brings Aiden Cornett to the plate with runners on first and second with 2 outs. Cornett last time, sacrifice bunt. So now Cornett going to have to hit away with 2 outs. Looks like a little change away. 1-0.
They're good friends. They're good friends over at Lots Creek. We are working on this, and we'll try to get everything working out.
2-0 as Little misses away. with 2 outs. Little going to have to bear down out here to get back in the count. He looks at the runner from the stretch. He delivers. Looks like it's going to be outside strike. Swing, so that brings the count to 1-2. A good fastball right there by Little, right on the outside corner. And now, 1 ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Little looks at the runner at second, delivers the pitch. Looks like it's high inside. Going to bring the count to 3-1. Little, had really good control, and all of a sudden kind of getting a little loose.
Little, normally when he has an outing, Jim Bob, you'll get good control out of him.
There's a foul ball out of play. So that brings it to a full count, 2 outs. Runners will be going with the pitch.
Got quite a few fans that's come in.
Trickling in.
Yeah.
It's a nice day. Where else you ought to be today?
That's exactly right. Watching high school
Here comes
baseball.
the pitch. Runners moving. Fastball away. Strike 3, and Little gets out of it with no damage.
And the bottom of the 3rd coming up from Letcher County Central High School. It's Hometown 24 Sports. Stay with us.
For over 25 years, we fought for Kentuckians injured through no fault of their own. During that time, we've traveled all across the country to take that fight to some of the biggest insurance carriers and corporations in the world. That kind of dedication is what's needed to get every dollar you deserve. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle collision caused by someone else's fault, call Bates & Sloan right now and let us fight for you. The first consultation is free, and the attorney you see that first day will be the same attorney you see from the beginning of your case to the end. That's our promise to you at Bates & Sloan.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back to high school baseball right here on Hometown 24. 3-3 your score, bottom of the 3rd. And, folks, we are working on if the program's going in and out, they're working on that, doing everything they can to get it right for you. So hopefully that's getting better. Cougars will get us started here at the bottom of the 3rd. Jim?
Jaden right up to bat. Jaden struck out looking last time up. Jake pitch from Ambergy down the middle. It's going to be fisted into left field, and looks like Ambergy makes the play for 1 pitch, 1 out for Ambergy, and that's what he likes. Keaton Maggard to the plate now with 1 down. Maggard, another freshman for the Cougars. First pitch looks like it's going to be up and in as Maggard ducks it for ball 1.
Jim, you've been on that big fishing trip, and you were very successful, I know.
Well, I tell you, there was probably more Little Debbie's ate, David, than fish caught, because I came back and my wife said, baked chicken for you this week.
Upstairs 2-0.
Maggard up again, high and in. That's going to make it 3-0. Maggard, a really good athlete as a freshman, runs really well, as he looks like he's going to take another one up and in, and in 4 straight pitches, he's going to walk. That's going to bring up Big Kobe Johnson, the DH right there. And David, I said, he's number 46, and, I had a chance to coach a lot of those Johnsons. They all wore 46 in memory of their grandfather, who was 46 at Fleming Neon and passed away in a tragic mining accident many years ago. But all the Johnsons
wear number
46.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's a good deal.
And a lot of players, running backs especially, don't like to see that number.
Well, I'd say they didn't like to see his number this past season.
That's exactly right. His uncle Blake, great linebacker at Johnson Central on those Coach Matney teams.
Oh, yeah. A football family, you're saying.
Yeah, football family. Ambergy with the pitch, throws a curve ball. Looks like it's a little inside. It's going to bring the count to 1-1.
Maggart getting a pretty good jump.
Yeah, he's got good
first.
speed. I'd be surprised if he doesn't go right here.
He's getting that 4, 5, 6 steps off.
There's a fast ball. Looks like it might have been a little up. 2-1 to count on Johnson. 3-3 right now, David.
Yep, 2-1 our count.
Johnson a little behind that one as the count is even to 2-2. Good cut by Johnson, but a little late.
Yep.
Looking for Maggard with another step over here at first base. There's a ground ball to the shortstop, unable to make the turn, but it's going to be a 6-3, and Maggard trying to stretch it into third with the hustle play. Smart heads-up base running by Maggard.
Yep, nice play by Maggard.
Who makes it to third base.
I thought Napier made a great throw.
Oh, he did.
First.
He did. Maggard is very aggressive and good speed.
But Johnson, and give Johnson credit, I mean, he motored for the big guy. You don't normally see him that quick, but he was extra quick. And nice throw by Napier to get him.
2 outs. That brings up Kobe Watts. You know, look for Maggard to be very aggressive on any kind of pass ball.
You can bet on that.
That's going to be 1-0 to Watts. There's a foul away by
Souvenir.
Watts. 1-1 the count. Yeah, Watts really needs to get this runner in on third. He's going to hit a little nubber to the pitcher. The pitcher turns and makes the play. 1-3 the out.
Yep.
And the inning over.
We've played 3, Jim McCauley. Top of the 4th coming up. We're all tied in Cougar land.
Game's moving along.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. And it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
All tied up. Top of the 4th coming up here from Letcher County Central High School, and want to thank the administration and athletic director and all for inviting us to come up and all the time. Jim McCauley, David Adams, and all the hometown crew with you. Manus Blair is off tonight. He had a new family grandchild.
Little granddaughter.
Yeah, the boss.
Oh, it won't be long.
You know what? I'd say she will have him on the little finger, just like Sutton and Ellie and Hadley has me.
You know, Manus all that bark, but boy, he's just a puppy
Oh,
with them
he's a
grandkids.
pup. You know it.
Little, throws a little outside. First pitch to Watts. Count 1-0.
And Manus will be back with us, I'm sure, by first of
yeah,
next
next
week.
Monday.
Yeah, he'll be back with us.
Out of way again, 2-0.
That's a nice breaking pitch. And just
Did you see inside foot of Watts right on that batter's box as he hits one into left field that's going to die down for a base hit.
nice hit.
Ball a little up that time by Little, and Little's a pitcher that has to paint the corners.
Usually his pitch is down knee or just above the knee. That one was,
Got
you're
it
right,
up a little
Jim.
bit and
Yeah,
let Watts muscle the
he
ball
took
into left
advantage
field.
of it. Yeah. We're going to have a new runner on the base, Jim.
Yeah, they're going to use a pinch runner right there.
Yeah.
And Sims up the bat. Sims, 240 hitter on the year.
53rd District Softball Tournament will be at Jenkins this year. The baseball will be right here where we're at Cougar Field.
Looks like a nice bunt, well-placed bunt by Little, who scoops it up with an athletic play and gets the runner out at first. Nice bunt by Sims to advance the runner on the sacrifice and came very close to beating it out.
Runner at second, one out.
That's going to bring up Mason Ambergy, who powered one last at bat deep into left center field. Runner on second for the Patriots.
Ambergy's, man, he's quick with the bat too, Jim.
Yeah, everything about him's quick.
Yeah, he's a strong kid. Yeah. Plays well.
Little looking the runner at second base. Throws a little fastball on the outside corner. Getting ahead in the count. Good for Little right here as Ambergy settles into the batter's box. Little checks the runner at second. From the stretch, he's going to deliver home, and it's going to be a curveball away. 1-1 to count. Little 1-1 to count. Delivers the pitch. It's another curveball that's going to come in for a strike. Nice pitch by Little as it starts outside and catches the corner of the plate, bringing the count to 1-2.
Perfect baseball weather.
Oh, it's
temperature's
great.
Just right.
Great. No sweatshirt needed this evening, but it's not overly hot. Little pitches again. He throws it inside. Ambergy hits a towering fly ball into the gap. It looks like Williams has moved under it. See if the runner tags, and he does not tag as Williams with a strong throw to third base keeps the runner on second.
Nice play by Williams.
Ambergy flies out to center field. That's going to bring up Braden Hall, who singled last time up on a little fister over top of third base.
3-3 are scored, top of the fourth.
The game's moving right along.
It is. It is moving right along. You are right, Jim.
Little delivers the pitch. It's going to be inside. Almost hits the batter again. Already 2 hit by pitches by Little. 1-0 the count. 2 outs. Little checks the runner, delivers the pitch. It's going to be outside. Oh, he calls a strike. Nice nib on the corner by Little to bring the count to 1-1. Checking the runner again with 2 outs. Delivers another fastball outside. It's going to be a ground ball to second base, gobbled up by Watts, and he makes the play for 3.
Yep.
Or that's Maggard at second base.
3-3 or score, bottom of the fourth. Coming up when we come back.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth coming up here at Letcher County Central High School. And we've got a good ball game so far. 3-3 or score, and these two teams going at it like they normally do, Jim McCauley.
Oh, yeah. 3-3. Cougars jumped out early in the first inning off of a couple of walks from Parks to jump up 2-0, and the Patriots in the top of the second answered with 3. Cougars tagged one more on in the bottom of the second, and it's 0 since then as Kanan Hurl settles into the plate. Ambergy from the windup. Throws a nice curveball. Little in. 1-0. Harold with a nice little base hit last time at the plate. Fastball. It looks like it's up and in. That's going to bring the count to 2-0. Harold really closed off with his stance there. There's a fastball down the little up. That's 3-0. I'm sure Harold's going to be taking all the way right here. There's one right down the pipe, 3-1. So I'd say he's probably a take right here again at 3-1. Good pitch, and that's going to bring it up to a full count as Ambergy bounces back with 2 nice strikes, David.
Well, you want to stay away from that ball 4 and get your runner ahead, so you got to throw something here.
And a little flare to second base. Second baseman showing great range, pitches the ball to first to get Harold out on a 4-3 ground ball.
I noticed these two teams here does a lot of good fundamentals.
Yeah, you know, we've seen one error, and it was kind of a suspect error on that play at second on the in-between hop. But
you don't see that often
no.
Out of these two.
That brings up Dawson Kinser, who's reached plate both times today. Reached first on a walk and a single. First pitch is
right there at the corner.
Yeah, looked like a changeup right there from Ambergy. 1-0. He settles in, wasted no time, delivers the pitch. It's in on the hands, and Kinser fouls it down the third base line to bring the count to 1-2. Now you'll see Kinser choke up on the bat right here, get up in the plate. Looks like it's going to be a little up right there, 2-1. The count on Kinser. Ambergy really works fast on the mound. Gets the ball from the catcher, settles in, throws the next one. It's going to be a strike 3 as Ambergy fouls it off, or Kinser fouls it off, and the catcher squeezes it.
2 outs as Mr. Williams will come to the plate for the Cougars.
And nobody on. Williams, 2 outs. Has been walked both times. First pitch strike. Ambergy really settling in now and just really in a rhythm. Quickly back to work on the mound. From the windup, kicks, delivers. It's going to be a strike, fouled off by Williams. Quickly 0-2 as Ambergy is really in his groove, David.
Yeah, he's mixing it up well, too, with the off-speed and the fastball, and he's really aiming. Nothing's been right across the middle, Jim. It's been corners.
Hit ball down to the second baseman who scoops it up, makes a nice play, 4-3, and that retires the inning. 1-2-3 for the Cougars.
Folks, we're all tied, 3-3. Stay with us. Got a great game on Wednesday night, high school baseball.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Welcome back to Cougar Field, top of the field, getting ready here to get underway. Knott County and Letcher County tied at 3, and glad you're with us on Wednesday night high school baseball. Glad to have every one of you along, and we greatly appreciate you.
Yeah, David, we talked about, these teams play. It's usually going to come down to the wire, and, once again, 3-3, heading into the 5th inning.
Well, to be honest with you, I think if you name 5 teams who could win the region, you may have 2 of them here.
Yeah, I think so. I think, you've got Hazard. I'm still waiting for that late search from Leslie County.
And Perry.
Perry has been up and down. They've got a couple of solid pitchers, hit the ball well.
Right.
Estel solid this year.
Yeah.
Powell a little bit down.
Yeah.
Breathitt a little bit young this year after
Yeah.
a good run the last couple of years as Little settles in, throwing against Parks. First pitch is going to be up, 1-0 the count.
But I really feel either one of these teams could get a good team in the region, Jim, if they meet them.
Well, the nice pitch is Little drops down 3/4 and throws a breaking ball away for a strike. And it boils down to anybody can win that first game.
Yeah.
Everybody has their ace going. Nobody wants to face
But the
Williams.
second game is a big deal.
Yeah, and I like the Ambergy and Napier is your 1-2 for the Patriots. Hazard's probably got the most depth pitching. Perry Central got a couple of good pitchers. The emergence of Corbin Wooten over there throwing the ball as a freshman been a nice surprise for them. But it's wide open as it usually is. 3-1 the count as Little delivers. He's going to throw one inside and walk the leadoff hitter, and that's not what he wanted to do.
No, that's not what Little normally does. He normally makes you hit it, Jim.
That's going to bring up Ambergy. Ambergy has singled on a blooper over the pitcher's head and also hit one to the pitcher that would throw a 1-3 ground ball.
Ambergy will really get close to the plate.
Oh, yeah, his toes are about on it right here.
Yeah,
nice lead at first base by Parks. Little delivers, fastball. Looks like it's going to be hitting outside corner. 0-1. Little settles in. He's going to give a look over to Ambergy as Ambergy settles in, hits a gapper. It's going to be trouble for the Cougars as it falls in the right center gap. Williams plays it, throws the ball to second. Runners on second and third, no out, spells trouble for the Cougars.
Big hit by Ambergy as he puts it in the gap and did a nice job there. And they're going to have a mound meeting. To be honest, I thought that was down the pipe.
Yeah, and we talked about that with Little. Little doesn't have overpowering fastball.
Right.
He usually hits his spots well, has great off speed, but he's made 2 or 3 mistakes that are uncharacteristic of him so far tonight. That have a couple of long doubles. So trouble time for the Cougars.
Yeah. Well, we've seen that before. We've seen both of these teams get in the hole and
dig their way back out. So. With Parks on third and no outs, wouldn't be a bad time to push a little squeeze right here from the Patriots. I know Sean Dameron, no stranger to the squeeze play.
Oh, absolutely.
Napier with good speed at the plate. It's going to be hitting a line drive. Infield's in, so he punches it past the second baseman to center field. That's going to score 2. As the center fielder misses his cutoff man and then allows Connor Napier to advance to second.
I think Quentin was eyeing home. Jim, I really do. He's got the arm for it. He was going for the guy coming home, and it just tailed it a little bit on him. So the Patriots, 2 big runs, take the lead 5-3 here in the top of the field. No outs. So the ground rule, I guess, if the ball gets by them, they get to one base.
No, he
had two.
Yeah, he had second.
Because
missed the cutoff man.
Yeah, the cutoff man came home, and Napier with the taking advantage of the second base.
Going to bring Hendrickson up. Hendrickson lays down a nice bunt to third base. Right, going to have to hustle, and the play not in time. So great bunt by Hendrickson. Pushed that ball just down the third baseline.
I've noticed something else out of these two teams. When they do a sacrifice or anything, they give an effort.
Well,
both of them. I mean, they do a nice job doing the little things.
Yeah, and even though it's a sacrifice, he still makes a great bunt. To make it a tough defensive play for the Cougars, and it paid dividends as he beats out the infield single. First and third, no outs.
You're going to send the runner at first?
Yeah. Corner up, strike, and the runner doesn't go. Cornet sacrificed and struck out so far. 0-1 the count. Little gathers himself. Runner going. Base hit to third base. He muffs the ball, can't find it, and that's going to be an E5 right there.
Bases are loaded now, and I think he took the eye off looking at the runner, to be honest with you, Jim, and he kind of lost the ball.
So bases loaded for Watts. No outs. The second error for the Cougars this game. Infield in, tight. Little delivers the ball outside, ball 1. So both, most of the game been very efficiently played, but inning stretching out a little bit for the Cougars right here. Little delivers a curveball, whacked down the third baseline, and that's going to score 2 right here. Cut off, nobody covering third for the Cougars, but Wright gets over there and tags him out, and that's going to be a little bit of a base running mistake by Cornet right there.
Cornet was trying to maybe get that extra base. And
first out.
Yeah. 7-3, 1 out, and mound meeting going to take place. See what the
I'd
staff.
say they're going to change pitchers right here, if I was guessing.
Cougars play last night.
Yeah, they played Harlan County and Jenkins last night in a doubleheader. Defeated Jenkins, mercy rule on Jenkins, and lost to Harlan. As they bring in freshman Keaton Maggard to the mound.
Somebody told us Knott was at Prestonsburg.
Yes, Knott lost 3-2 to Prestonsburg last night over there in the 15th region. Little will go to shortstop, and Watts will go to second, and Maggard will go to the mound right here. Maggard, he's pitched only 7 innings this year with a 2.0 ERA.
Now, Jim, let's go with the district. The district will get started not next week, but the following week.
Yes,
is that
and
correct?
you'll have
Monday.
You know, according to the win, if the game goes on as projected, Knott County wins, Knott and Letcher will be tied for the first place. And in the great scheme of things, that's either here nor there, but Jenkins and Cordia, the 3 and 4 spots respectively. So
right.
1 will play 4, and 2 will play 3, and I think they do both those games on the same day, if I'm not mistaken.
I would think so.
And then I'm not for sure. I'd have to look at the draw. I know that Knott County AD had sent it to me, but I'd forgotten.
Maybe somebody will.
But I think open and softball and baseball are on the same night.
Yes. And the softball will be at Jenkins.
And softball's on Tuesday, and baseball will be on Wednesday.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes.
Right. Okay.
Maggard delivers first pitch, ball 1 away as Sims settles in at the plate. Sims hit a sack last time at bat. There's a curveball, breaks inside, and that's going to bring it to 2-0.
Baseball on Wednesday night, 7-3, and Cougars are in the field.
3-0 for Maggard.
Not
Cougars, I know they have Shelby Valley tomorrow here, I'm pretty sure.
I tell you what, the way the weather has been, Jim, all this rain.
So much rain.
I mean, you about have to play on a pretty day. You just about have to go with it.
Yeah, 3-0 the count. 1 out. There's a pitch. Looks like it's going to be strike on the corner. Full count now on Sims. Maggard really needs to put this one across the plate. Infield back to normal depth. He throws the pitch out, and he's going to walk the runner. Runner's on first and second with 1 out. And that's going to bring up Mason Ambergy.
Mason has had a pretty good game tonight, but
struck out, doubled.
But the Ambergy in the other side of the outfield has had the big 2 hits.
Yeah, Ambergy with the double in the second inning, flew out to the center field, just lasted bad on a hard hit ball. Maggard settles in at the mound. He's going to deliver a curveball away. 1-0 the count.
Seemed like the curveball's breaking late on him.
It is. It's not got a whole lot of bite on it right here. Looking again, you don't want to give Maggard Amberg anything middle in, and that one went inside. That's going to bring it to 2-0. Amberg likes that ball middle in. It's all but the hard hit that he had in the third inning.
That
That's going to be a little away, and that's going to bring the count to 3-0.
Amberg, really not got much to look at so far. All the pitches is telling to outside.
Probably going to be a take all the way right here as he takes a strike down the middle, 3-1.
And that pitch was down the
Yeah,
pipe.
it was right down the pipe.
That's come on.
There's a pitch up, and Amberg is going to get a walk. Bases loaded.
One out, and I know Coach did not want that.
No, Coach Rigsby at this point, and it's such a juggling game with your pitching. It's not the major leagues. You don't have 5 starters.
Right.
It's a pitch by committee at some point as the infield. The corners are in, the middle's back. Maggard settles in to deliver to Hall, throws the ball inside for the first strike.
Yep, hit the inside corner. And nice pitch.
Yeah. One out, bases loaded. Play's going to be at home. There's a curveball, and it's right on the corner again. 0-2 as Maggard makes 2 nice pitches.
Yeah, that pitch is starting to work for him right there.
Probably see another curveball right here on an 0-2 count. And he does, and he fouls it away. His count will stay 0-2.
I don't know if Coach Dameron has been working on this low pitch or the off pitch, but it seemed like the Patriots have hit that a little better than they did in the last game. But it was different pitching situations. Yeah. But they seem to be making better contact.
Nice pitch, grounded off the right. Right's going to throw into home and get the lead runner for 2 outs. Bases will stay loaded.
2 down as with the bases loaded. Top of the field here at Cougar Field.
And Parks now up to bat, who started this inning off. Fastball hit hard to third base as the third baseman steps on the bag to end the inning.
And that's going to do it, Jim.
And Maggard does a good job coming in and getting out of the.
He did. Knott County adds 4 in the top of the 5th, so 7-3 Cougars. They want to try to score when they come up. Stay with us.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place. Learn more at alc.edu.
Best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
Bottom of the 5th as we go. 7-3 our score. Cougars will be coming to the plate. And Jim,
I've got some ground to cover right here if you're the Cougars. Andrew Little starting off for the Cougars. Mason Amberg really settled in on the mound the last inning and went to work quick with a 1-2-3.
Yeah, he's had good stuff, that's for sure. And,
a lot of walks for Knott County early on put them in. The Cougars have only mustered 3 hits through the course of 5 innings, or 4.5. As Little comes up, Amberg takes the sign. He works, delivers. It's going to be a curve ball. In. 1-0.
Regional softball tournament for the 14th at Estill County. Baseball will be at Wolf County.
A little chopper hit the shortstop. Napier comes up, makes a nice play over on first. It's 6-3 is how that'll go down in the scorebook. 1 down for Emberg.
Napier made that look easy, Jim Bob. That throw had good solid throw. Good athlete. His older brother Kobe, who played at Trancey and played at Knott County, had a good career at Trancey.
Clay Hall also hitting the ball to Napier, who also rockets it across the first base to get the 6-3 again.
2 down as we're moving.
3 pitches for Emberg, 2 outs.
Yeah.
That brings up Jaden Wright. Wright's in. Emberg quickly takes the sign and works a little outside. 1-0 the count. I really like the way Emberg works on the mound. Not a lot of free time. He gets the ball, he gets set and brings it. And when a pitcher gets in a rhythm like that, you might want to call time, step out of the box.
Right.
Try to just like you're working a free throw shooter, David, just to kind of disrupt his rhythm a little. Emberg comes in now. Delivers the pitch, fastball. Oh, it's up, and that's 3-0 the count. I'm sure he's taking all the way right here as Emberg fires one down the middle for a strike. 3-1 now the count, as Wright now will look for that good ball to hit. You don't have to chase anything right here, but if you get the ball up and in, turn on it. There it is, and it's fouled away. That's the pitch to hit. Full count. He's got now a 3-2. He's going to have to protect the plate. There's a pitch, and Wright gets one up and deep into the outfield as left fielder Emberg backs up and makes the play. That will end the inning with a fly ball to left field.
Yep, top of the 6th coming up, Jim. We've got 7-3 your score on Wednesday night high school baseball on Hometown 24.
We have determined that you have early onset Alzheimer's disease.
Why me? How could I have prevented this?
Research shows that reducing stress levels, not partaking in substance abuse, and being aware of safety measures are a few ways to prevent it.
So how quickly can this progress? There's no definitive timeline. Everyone is different.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Top of the 6th, getting ready here at Cougar Field. Patriots will come to the plate. 7-3 your score, and folks, it's been a 3-3 game until the last inning, and the last time these two met, it was 2-2 game to the 7th inning, and then the hits came steaming by the Cougars, and now the Patriots a big 5th inning as they put 4 across the plate.
Reliable southpaw Emberg comes to the plate.
Yeah, he's had a very, very good game. He is in a run for the player of the game right now.
2 for 3 with 2 RBIs as he takes the first pitch from Maggard inside, ball 1. Maggard really wanting to kind of alleviate or quit the bleeding right here of the Cougars and work through this inning quickly as he throws the inside pitch, backs Emberg off for a 2-0. Emberg, good speed. You don't want to get him,
yeah, he can run. Pass. I mean, he motors when he goes.
Yeah, definitely up on the plate, toes edging the rubber as a strike down the middle from Maggard. Brings the count to 2-1. Maggard takes the sign, he sets, and he delivers. Another pitch on the outside. It's a little low, and that's going to bring the count to 3-1.
I think Ambergy likes his pitch just a little under the waist.
There's one
like
down
that
the
one
middle,
right there.
and it's going to be slicing away from Williams. He's going to have to cover some territory and makes a nice catch in
He
center
does.
field.
Nice hit by Ambergy and nice catch by Williams. Way to run it down, and both of them making strong play.
Big tail on that ball. You saw,
Yeah.
it looks like a can of corn fly ball for our angle. You can see it tailing hard to left field, but Williams tracks it down. That's going to bring up
Good
Napier.
speed, yeah.
Napier with a base hit last time at the plate. There's a curve ball. Looks like it's a little up, 1-0. Napier played well defensively for the Patriots. Curve ball in, 2-0.
Yeah, Napier's had a nice game, too.
Yeah, Napier, I think he's 1 for 2 at the plate tonight with a fly ball, a walk, a single. Foul towards the high school, brings the count to 2-1. One out. Connor Napier at the plate. Maggard delivers. Looks like a nice pitch. He hits a towering fly ball as the Cougar defender retreats. Harrell back there for the ball and drops the ball.
I think it kept selling on him. It come a her getting out of here. It just kept going.
Hit the bottom of the fence. But I thought Harrell was camped under it for a second.
Yeah, I did too. I thought he had a shot.
I don't know if maybe he got up against the wall, but somehow the ball fell between his glove and the fence to give Napier a stand-up double on a long hit. That's going to bring Hendrickson up. Henderson had a good day at the plate. He's reached the base every time today.
One out.
Yeah, runner on second. Maggard deals. Looks like the ball's fouled away. Maggard did a pretty good job coming in relief for Little so far this game.
Yes, he has.
As he delivers a pitch, it's a curve ball hit. It's going to go foul, and it's probably going to be out of play as Harrell sprints over to the fence. Out of play for strike 2. 0-2.
300 down the left foul line. Right foul line is 300. Center, 350 here at Cougar Field.
You got 1 and 2 here. Look for Maggard to try to put a curveball in the dirt right here as he does, and it's fisted off by Hendrickson. 1 and 2 one more time.
One and two the count, Jim, and
runner going. No, he doesn't, but Dawson Kinster alertly picks the ball up and eyes the runner back to second base. Count now 2 and 2. Maggard looks, checks the runner, delivers a pitch. It's hit hard into left field for a base hit. Runner rounding third, going to score. Harrell throws home and misses his cutoff again, but looks like Kinster picks it up, throws the ball into center field. Runner going to be safe at second right there. So another run for the Patriots on a hard hit by Hendrickson. Missed cutoff man once again causes the Cougars to give up a runner into scoring position. That's 2 times tonight.
Well, these two when they play, if they don't do what they're supposed to, the other one takes advantage of it, Jim.
Yeah,
I've seen it,
right.
you know.
That's going to bring up Cornett to play. Cornett reached on the error last time. Ball a little short. Brings up ball 1.
8-3 or score, 1 out. Top of the 6th in Whitesburg.
Pitch by Maggard. Looks like he's a little outside. That's going to bring up 2-0. Maggard looks to plate, gets the sign, comes set, brings the ball down. It's going to be A little low, brings up 3-0 for the Cougars, the young pitcher for the Cougars. A little behind in the count. Pitch down the middle for a strike right here as
Nice
Mager bounced
pitch
back.
there.
3-1 the count.
I thought Cornett, to be honest, wanted to go.
Well,
wanted to go after that.
His coach may have had some words with him if he'd done that. Next pitch outside, and Cornett's going to walk. So runners on first and second with one out. It's going to bring Watts up. Watts has reached base all 3 times tonight.
Watts, pretty good size young man.
He is a healthy kid. Double play would serve the Cougars well right now. There's a pitch. It's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Maggard had good gas on that one. As he comes back and throws again, fastball inside, hit to third base on a slow roller. Wright's going to have to get it across in a hurry. He does to Hall for a 5-3 out in the scorebook.
Yep, 2 down now as
it's going to bring Sims up to the plate.
Yeah, runner at second and third.
Sims sacrificed, walked the last 2 times at the plate. Runners on second and third. Maggard looks home, throws a nice pitch by the runner. Slightly fouled off to bring the count to 0-1. I think he might have crossed up the catcher out there, but Maggard has been a gutty little performance out there.
Yeah.
Threw into the fire a little bit, gets a district rival as a freshman, but
you know, when the games count, as most of the coaches will tell you too, starts with the district tournament.
yeah,
That's
you're
when,
exactly right.
Yeah,
Curved ball across the plate for a second strike.
everything, all the other games, you're getting ready.
Oh, that's
for
right.
the district tournament.
And both coaches know that. I know Coach Dameron and
Oh yeah,
Coach Rigsby both. Kind of saving a few things down the road. Nice pitch. That's strike 3. And Maggard bounces back after that walk with the 2 nice performances.
bottom of the 6th coming up. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Cougars will be at the plate.
Got to make some runs up
They
here,
got to
David
make some
Adams.
runs.
Ever
You
out.
just got to play each pitch, see what happens, you know.
Well, you know, and the thing is, at this point, the coach tells the players, hey, you know, we can't score 5 with 1 at bat. You know, let's come up here and let's try to get runners on. If it
Yeah.
means a walk, hit by pitch, dip your shoulder in there, do what you can do. Let's get one on and do one at a time. As Amberger delivers to Maggard with a nice pitch down the middle. Oh, it looks, it must have been a little low.
Yeah.
From our standpoint, up high.
It looked like it went down before it got there. Now that one was on
Big
smoke.
cut by Maggard.
Yeah.
And that's 1-1.
I think Knott County's just decided to throw it. If you hit it,
Yeah.
we're going to see where it goes.
It's another nice fastball on the inside half.
Yeah.
It looks like Amberger's getting stronger as the game goes on. His velocity has improved. Another pitch. Looks like a curveball, and Maggard keeps his hands back and rockets it foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Keaton Maggard.
Curveball looked like it had as good a speed as the fastball.
Yeah, more of a slider right there.
Yeah.
Here comes the pitch again. It's outside, and it's going to make it 2-2. Is good eye there by Maggard. That was a good two-strike pitch from Ambergy as he rocks and fires, delivers, and it's going to be out again. That's going to lead the count to full.
I thought he'd come with a fastball down the pipe right there and
You'll
see
see
if
it right
it's
here.
defense.
You'll see the fastball right here, and there it is, but it's up, and
Yeah,
that's what
that's-
the Cougars wanted.
You know, that's what you do, you know, when you.
So a good at bat by Maggard after
Yep.
getting behind 2 strikes.
Johnson will come up with a runner out.
Johnson, chance for him to get some things going at the plate as Ambergy settles in. Fastball, and it's going to be fouled away. Johnson still just a little behind. And if I'm Ambergy, I'm not going to speed his bat up with an off speed. I'm just going to rip it and grip it right here. There he tries to snap a throw back, but Maggard in under the tag at first base. Count 0-1 on Johnson as he settles into the plate. Looks like a fastball a little up right there to even it up, 1-1. I know I've said it 2 or 3 times, but I really like the way Ambergy just gets the ball and goes to work on the mound. Maggard with a nice lead on first. There's the pitch. Looks like it's going to be right down the middle for strike 2. 1-2 to Johnson.
Johnson will be aggressive here, so let's see if we.
Oh, he's going to get a curve away right here.
Yeah.
A fastball in the eyes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and here comes the pitch, and it's a fastball by Johnson. First out of the game, and that's going to bring up Kobe Watts. Kobe is a sacrifice and ground out to the pitcher last time up. Once again, a little quick throw over to first base, but Maggard scampers back unharmed. 1 out. Kobe Watts up to bat. Ambergy settles in from the stretch, throws a fastball. It's a little up. 1-0. You don't want to be too risky with the runner on first, Dave, because that
No.
run doesn't mean anything.
No.
You know, you need a few more. There's a fly ball. It looks like it's going to be playable as the catcher calls it off, and he makes the play. Nice play by the catcher to bring up 2 outs.
I like both catchers.
Oh, yeah.
One on the Cougars, one on the Patriots. They play a lot of fundamental baseball, and they play hard, both those catchers do. Do a good job.
It's going to bring up Harrell. Harrell is 1 for 3 tonight. Nice curve ball in for the strike as the catcher snaps the ball back down to Maggard at first, who once again scampers back. Heads up base running by Maggard. You know, Maggard would turn that little potential double play and stretch it into the third base early in the game. Harrell down 0-1 as Ambergy delivers the pitch on the outside, 1-1.
Got 2 down, bottom of the 6th here at Letcher County Central High School. Wednesday night high school baseball on Hometown 24.
Maggard with the good lead. The fastball fouled away by Harrell. 1-2 the count. Harrell's really going to have to protect himself at the plate right here. Ambergy going right at the hitters here for the Patriots. As he delivers again, looks like it's a strike. And a throw, and does he get the tag? So it's the old-fashioned strike them out, throw them out for the Patriots.
Yep, and we played 6, top of the 7th coming up. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
For over 25 years, we fought for Kentuckians injured through no fault of their own. During that time, we've traveled all across the country to take that fight to some of the biggest insurance carriers and corporations in the world. That kind of dedication is what's needed to get every dollar you deserve. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle collision caused by someone else's fault, call Bates & Slum right now and let us fight for you. The first consultation is free, and the attorney you see that first day will be the same attorney you see from the beginning of your case to the end. That's our promise to you at Bates & Slum.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Top of the 7th, getting ready to start at Cougar Field. Patriots will be at the plate, 8-3 your score. Knott County, a big 5th inning, and brought 4 runs across with a score tied at 3, and then added 1 top of the 6th. So 8-3 your score, and I think both teams are reaching down trying to get pitching, but Knott seems to.
Well, Amberg, and Amberg's proven it.
Yeah.
He's did it the last couple of years, and he's came in and pitched really solid for the Patriots. As you see, the Cougars have made another pitching change. Their 4th change of the night is Kobe Watts, another freshman, comes in to pitch. I thought that Maggard did a good job for the Cougars.
Yeah, he did. He come in, had good control.
Got himself in a couple of binds, but had the intestinal fortitude to pitch out of them.
Yeah.
And for a freshman in that situation,
That's
hey, kudos
not a bad
to him.
deal. Not a bad deal at all.
Now, Kobe Watts, I think he has got his stats here. Watts has pitched in 3 games this year. He's pitched 5 innings with the 4.20 ERA, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. So it looks like, not for sure who has moved into right field. Can't tell from here. Quentin Williams still in center.
Yeah, Quentin's still there. And
top of the lineup now as Mason Ambergy comes to the plate. Mason had an outstanding job at the plate today. Struck out first time up. He's doubled, walked twice. Hit a center field, a long ball to center field.
And the 7th inning underway from Cougar Field.
First pitch, curveball. It's going to be a little low, 1-0 the count. Watts throws the ball inside to drop down 2-0.
Kind of tailed in that time.
Don't want to walk Ambergy. He's a threat on the base pass. First pitch strike, fly ball high into the outfield. Williams comes under it to make the catch. 1 out.
Nice play by Quentin on the defensive end. Nice center fielder for Cougars. Napier's had a great game at Knott County on the defensive end. It's short today.
Yeah, he's had a good game at the
plate,
plate,
Connor, he's played well.
Parks up to bat.
Him and Ambergy, Jaden, two good, a very good ball game out of both of those guys.
Braden Hall at the plate. Braden hit into a fielder's choice last time. 2-0 the count as Watts goes to work on the mound. 1 out. There's a nice pitch, poked into right field. Going to have to cover some ground out there for the right fielder, and he does not make the catch. Can't tell who that is. Looks like that might be Ryder Fleming in right field.
I thought he broke all right coming after the ball.
It's a long way to run right there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And the ball just kept settling and dropped quickly, so,
Yeah, Braden Hall reaches second on that. 1 out. Brings up Parks. Curved ball is going to hit him in the back. Put the ball at first and second. That's going to bring up Ambergy right here. Ambergy flew out to center field last time up.
Yeah, he's had a good ball game.
Yeah, he's got a double and a single.
Yeah, and that double came at a big time.
A strike by Watts on the outside corner. Ambergy, left-hander, crowding the plate. Pitch down the middle, fouled away. 0-2 on Ambergy. Ambergy really likes the ball up.
Yes, he does. And he sets near the plate when he goes for the bat, too.
Yeah, he's got a very unorthodox inside-out swing. There's the pitch up again, and he's going to fly the ball to center field. Williams under it to make the play.
That'll make 2 down here in the top of the 7th.
And that's going to bring up Connor Napier. And Napier has scored 3 out of 4 times today.
Yeah.
He's only out a deep fly ball to center field. Runner on second, 2 outs for the Patriots.
Connor, a very good ball game, Jim McCauley, so far.
Yeah, he's probably
yeah.
Watts comes set, throws a nice curved ball inside, move Napier off the plate a little bit.
If Ambergy would have probably got that base hit, he'd been right there with him, you know.
Nice pitch by Watts, brings the count to 1-1, 2 outs, runners on first and second.
But a great game from Jaden Ambergy and Mr. Connor Napier.
Yeah. Watts settles in, throws the curveball inside, ground ball on the line. It's going to be fair. That's going to see one runner score as the other runner holds up on third base, and Napier, for his second double of the game, trots in, standing up to second base.
9-3 score with 2 outs, and this game a little different from the Cougar Patriot normal game.
Well, and you know, we've said it, it's all about pitching.
It is.
And, you know, last year, when I was coaching at Letcher Central, I think they beat us in the second game of the we played them by 15 runs. In the third, mercied us in 3.
Yeah.
And then we ended up coming back and winning the district as a high fly ball to center field. Williams on the run, drops the ball.
Boy, I like that effort, though.
And
that's how you go after it.
And that's usually one that he's going to catch, even though that was a very difficult fly ball.
I tell you, I like the effort. That was a fantastic effort.
Napier scores from second base right there. And Hendrickson picks up the RBI and the single. As the game now 11-3, the Patriots really have extended the lead here into the top of the 7th inning.
Can't fight Williams' effort there. He gave it all.
Yeah, he did. He covered the territory, and he's very fast. Watts hits the ball right at Williams right here, so Williams will feel that one to get the third out. And I'm sure Williams is mad at himself, even though that's a play that 90% of the outfitters don't make. He's just he has puts a very high bar on himself.
Yep. 11-3 score. We'll be back to finish it up when we come back.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home. On Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most
Welcome back to Cougar Field here in Whitesburg. Beautiful facilities here at Letcher County Central. Great gymnasium, softball, baseball, football. Got good facilities, Jim McCauley.
Top of the line all the way around. Cougars got a lot of ground to cover as they're down to their last 3 outs. Dawson Kinser, senior leadoff guy, up to the plate. Ambergy, who has really pitched well the last 4 innings for the Patriots and kind of shut the door. I don't know if he's given up a hit since he came in.
He's pitched well, that's for sure.
Ambergy rocks, fires, and delivers a pitch, and it's going to be a fastball away, 1-0.
But I think his biggest secret has been his control. He's hit the corners. He's thrown strikes, Jim.
There's another pitch on a low and away, 2-0. Yeah, David, you're right. He's around the strike zone all the
Yeah,
time, but I
so-
really like how he works quick and you know, he gets in a rhythm. And there's a pitch up for a strike. Kinzer with the big cut. There's a ball opposite field by Kinzer as he rockets it in right field. The leadoff batter is on.
Nice hit.
Nice piece of
going
hitting.
the other way.
Yeah, keeping those hands back and launching the ball to right field. That's the first hit that I think that Ambergy has given up this game.
I believe you're right.
As Quentin Williams, I'm sure, would love to, I won't say redeem himself because he didn't make a mistake out there, but I know Quentin. He wants to be above and beyond every play. As Kinzer gets a nice lead right there at first base, Ambergy settles himself from the stretch, throws the ball, and it's fouled away by Williams. 0-1 the count. Once again, Ambergy straight back to the rubber. No walking around as he looks over to first and gets ready to deliver.
Yeah, he works quick.
Yeah, that's such an advantage for the defense because it keeps everybody in the game. There's the runner goes, and they're not even going to make a throw as Kinzer's still standing up.
I think the ball bobbled a little bit when he made the catch down here, and he didn't want to.
Yeah, that run, like I said, it's an inconsequential run at this point. Williams takes ball low right there, make the count 2-1.
Outfield about middle range, that like
that's
Knott
about as
County
deep
likes
as-
to play.
It's about as deep as they're going to play it. There's a high fly ball. Looks like the shortstop and center fielder go. The center fielder calls him off and makes the play.
I think Quentin would like to have that pitch back, Sean.
Yep.
For Sean Dameron, who's the coach of the Patriots, Jim, couldn't be with us tonight, but
He has watched every play, and I have gotten quite the commentary from Coach Dameron on the road today. Coach Dameron, one of my very dear friends, does an excellent job.
pretty tight. Will not buy lunch very often.
Now, he buys me lunch, Dave.
Well, you can ask Tim Short. He will not buy lunch. I know him. You're very fortunate to get lunch from him.
We go back a day. Nice ground ball. Dawson Kinzer tries to disrupt Napier, but he quickly rifles it down. And Napier's such a steady Eddie at shortstop. It's a
Napier
6-3.
has played great D and hit the ball well, and the way it looks, Connor Napier will be our Alice Lloyd College Player of the Game unless the Cougars
Mount a two-out rally that would. Clay Hall fouls the ball back.
11-3 our score, and still got some more baseball and softball this season. So next week we'll have some games, and then I think our producer and station operator manager is thinking about maybe a championship, maybe in the district softball and baseball, if possible.
Yeah, I would like that. There's a hard hit. Ball's going to
Nice
knuckle in
hit.
for Clay Hall as he scores a run and gets by the left fielder. Clay is going to try to make it into second base. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close, but Bob
I tell you what, wasn't a bad throw by Berkey.
And you know,
It's a pretty
Clay,
good throw.
Clay had told me before the game, he said he'd really worked on his speed in the offseason,
Yeah.
and right there you saw him stretching that
Absolutely.
out. And a great play by Clay Hall.
Nice hustle by Clay.
And Clay, a great kid. You know, I coached him last year, one of the best kids to coach.
11-4, and Knott County is going to make a trip to the mound, and I think the arm is
Well, there's
when
no
it's
sense
limit.
to there's no sense to push a pitcher when you're up at 7 runs.
So do we have our new pitcher's name? We'll look down our player list.
Yeah, I am looking for it.
That is number 11.
11?
Yeah, number 11.
Oh, I thought it was 21. Who'd they say? Oh, Mason Rachel. And he was the one that
Mason
came
Rachel.
on
Okay.
against the Cougars last time.
Okay. So
It's a
Rachel,
freshman?
yeah, come in, get an opportunity here to pitch some. And Cougars have a runner at second with 2 outs, so These two teams will keep working and get ready for the district and try to go in that region and make some noise, Jim McCauley.
Oh, yeah. And, it's funny. These teams both, this if things continue on, it'll be a split between them in the opening. In softball, it looks like the Cougars are kind of in control of the district, but they have split with Perry Central, which is probably their, them and Wolf.
How about Estill? What kind of softball team they got?
Estill
they normally are pretty good.
Comes, yes, and they very rarely come and play this side of Jackson until regional time. So it's an unknown quantity.
Yeah.
I know they're hosting the tennis right now, and Jaden Wright takes the first pitch for a strike from Rachel.
Rachel 2 strikes away from a closeout here at Cougar Field.
Too many runs to get the save, but he can. Nice curveball for this little inside. 1-1 the count against Wright. Wright not reached today. He's flew out to left and grounded out to shortstop, but there he hits a line drive that's going to fall down.
And
it's going to score. No, he's going to have to hold all up.
Yeah, I thought he may have a shot at getting in. But
runners on first and third. Going to brings up Parker Richardson, number 14.
Parker's first at bat.
Yeah, Parker's first at bat.
Well, he getting an opportunity here to
Parker,
swing the wood.
Sophomore.
Yeah.
Parker, a real strong kid.
Been a perfect evening. The flag's not moved out there, Jim, and it's been comfortable for all the spectators, and we have got had a good crowd on both sides.
Oh, yeah, and, I appreciate the TV, as I said, on Lake Chickamauga, watching these two teams play last week with a beautiful venue to watch the game.
There you go.
Me and Little Debbie and Dr. Pepper enjoyed it, David.
Listen to Manus Blair.
Oh, yeah. First pitch by Rachel's up. Count 1-0. Runners on first and third.
It won't be long to the old football. Pigskin. Oh, my, in August. Yeah.
All schedules are set. Local teams.
We're at Hazard, Letcher, Knott, Leslie. We try to get them on once or twice.
Oh, yeah.
We usually do.
There's a pitch, and it's going to be a little bleeder to second baseman, ranges back and makes the play, and that's going to do it tonight. Final 11-4 as the Patriots come to LCC and knock off their district foe.
Well, these two teams, I look for them to have a great district game. They play extremely well. They coach well. Jim.
Oh, yeah. Like you said, they'll play again here in about 2 weeks, more than likely.
Yep. Well, we want to thank Letcher County Central, Jim, for letting us. Good. They always shade of.
Yeah, it's and we love covering these teams, both teams, Letcher and Knott.
Yeah. And Kobe Napier will be our Alsoid College Player of the Game. Congratulations to him. And Jaden Ambergy, I want to tell you, he was right there. He played a super ball game as well, but overall a good game by all the Patriots, and I thought the Cougars had some bright spots
they had one inning that kind of got them in trouble, but that's baseball, David.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. Final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, I'm like you. I think these two teams are both more than capable of making some big noise in the 14th region tournament. Looking forward to covering the district at Letcher Central and at Knott County, or at Jenkins for softball and baseball.
Absolutely.
And, David, I hadn't got to hang out with you in a couple of weeks.
Well,
so
it's good to see you.
I mean,
by the way, tell Winston Lee we're coming if we do the finals of softball, and lunch or dinner will be on him.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Winston probably got that big fat contract after winning the district last year.
Oh, yeah.
He won't have any problem taking us to Mexican down there in the big town of Jenkins and feeding us good, David.
You're right. For Jim McCauley, David Adams, and all the hometown crew, we appreciate you being with us tonight. Have a good evening, everyone, and good night from Whitesburg, KY.